Hello, listeners. So have you ever frozen mid-sentence because you just, couldn't find the perfect word?
Oh, that is like the universal language learning experience right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're in the middle of a crucial conversation, maybe a job interview or a date, and suddenly your brain just goes entirely blank.
You can literally see the exact word in your native language floating in your mind, but in English, just nothing. Complete static.
Right, nothing at all. Do you constantly translate in your head before speaking? Like your brain is running a marathon just to buy a cup of coffee?
It is exhausting, and it's a huge problem.
It really is. So what if the secret to fluency isn't, memorizing thousands of new words, but simply learning how to layer the ones you already know?
That is the big shift. We're going to unpack the ultimate method to describe anything at any level to instantly sound more natural, fluent, and confident in English.
Exactly. Because, that mid-sentence freeze we just talked about,
Yeah.
it usually comes from a huge misunderstanding of what fluency actually is.
Oh, totally. The primary problem most English learners face is what we call the myth of speed.
The myth of speed. I love that term.
Mm.
Because people think talking fast means you're fluent, right?
Right. There's this belief that rapid speech equals fluent speech. So learners just rush. They try to spit out an entire paragraph in 3 seconds.
Which is a disaster for your brain.
It really is. It forces this massive bottleneck. They make mistakes, they lose confidence, and then they fall back into that exhausting habit of translating from their native language in real time.
Yeah, because you're trying to be a live interpreter for yourself. It's totally unsustainable.
Exactly.
True fluency is actually about comfort, clarity, and the ability to describe what you see, feel, and think without the panic.
Bypassing that translation bridge entirely.
So on that note, welcome to Everyday English Flow, daily English practice, natural speaking, and effortless listening flow.
I am so excited for this one.
Me too. And we have a very clear roadmap for you today. Today, we are going to master 6 core categories of description.
6 categories, right? And then 3 advanced fluency tools.
Yep, 3 tools. And finally, 4 daily drills that will completely rewire your brain to think in English.
It's a complete architectural plan for the brain.
It really is. And hey, just a quick tease for our listeners. There's a very special bonus waiting for you at the very end of this deep dive, so you definitely want to stick around for that.
Oh yeah, the bonus is going to tie everything together perfectly.
So let's just jump right in. Where do we actually start when we want to break this awful habit of translating in our heads?
Well, the starting line is this foundational cognitive technique known as layering.
Layering. Okay, tell me more about that.
So it is widely believed by linguists that adding detail layer by layer is the fastest way to build sentence structure without panic.
Like building a house brick by brick instead of trying to drop the whole house down at once.
Exactly like that. When you focus on adding one detail at a time, your brain doesn't get overwhelmed. You don't trigger that panic response.
That makes so much sense. Can we model this for the listeners? Like interactively?
Yeah, let's do it with a physical object. Just something simple.
Okay, I'm looking at a cup on my desk. Let's use that.
Perfect. So start with the absolute basic layer. A simple, undeniable observation.
Okay, the cup is white.
Right. The brain handles that easily. No translation needed because you see white and you know the English word white. Now add another layer. Let's do size.
All right, the cup is white and small.
Notice how you didn't have to rebuild the whole sentence. You just attached a new piece of information.
Yeah, it felt really easy. It wasn't stressful at all.
Now layer on the material. What's it made of?
The cup is white, small, and made of glass.
Boom. You just built a really nice descriptive sentence completely organically.
And I didn't have to scramble for vocabulary. That's the beauty of it. If you can describe anything around you like this, you will never run out of words in conversation.
Never.
Actually, let's pause right there. I just used the phrasal verb run out of.
Oh, that's a great one to explain.
Yeah, for our learners, to run out of something means to have absolutely nothing left of it. So if you say, I ran out of milk, it means your fridge is empty.
Right. And our example sentence is, if you can describe anything around you, you will never run out of words in conversation. Meaning your vocabulary supply is infinite.
Exactly. And this layering thing, it works for any level of English, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It scales with your proficiency. A beginner might use basic words like big or small. But an advanced learner, someone aiming for that C1 level, they can swap those out for high-resolution vocabulary.
Right. So instead of saying the cup is big, what would a C1 learner say?
They might use a word like enormous.
Enormous, meaning very large in size or scale.
Yes. So instead of a big cup, it's an enormous cup. Or instead of red, they might say scarlet. The structure's the same, but the paint you're using is just much richer.
I love that analogy. And why does this stop the translation process in the brain?
Because of bandwidth. When you focus on describing what is physically right in front of you, you just don't have the time or the brain space to translate.
You're too busy looking at the thing.
Exactly. You connect your thoughts directly to the English words. It forces a direct neural pathway.
Okay, so we can clearly do this with a cup. But what about the places we live and the people we meet? Those are more complicated.
They are, but the framework is exactly the same. We just expand it.
So, expanding the physical world. Let's do it. But hey, I just look at the timer and we are crossing the 10-minute mark of our deep dive.
Wow, time flies.
It really does. So listeners, if you are enjoying this everyday English flow, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe to keep improving your English with us. It really helps.
It definitely does. Okay, so let's move to places.
Let's use a bedroom as an example.
Perfect. So what's the beginner unlayered version of a bedroom?
Probably just my bedroom is small.
Right. It's true, but it's totally flat. Let's layer it up, add some visual details.
Okay. My bedroom is small, quiet, painted light blue, and has a large window with white curtains.
See how much better that is? But for places, there is one final crucial layer you have to add.
What's that?
Personality or feeling. How does the space make you feel? A room isn't just walls and a window.
Oh, I like that. Tying the physical to the emotional. So I'd say my bedroom is small, quiet, painted light blue, has a large window with white curtains, and it feels very peaceful when I sit there to read.
That is a C1 level description right there. You painted a whole picture.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Now, what about describing people? That's where I hear learners struggle a lot.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah, how do we move past just saying he is tall or she is nice? Because she is nice tells me literally nothing about the person.
Right, it's just a blank statement. For people, we use a specific sequence of layers: appearance, then clothing, then voice, and finally, personality.
Appearance, clothing, voice, personality. Got it. Let's model this. We'll start with the base layer again. She is young.
Now add a physical trait. Appearance.
She's young and has curly hair.
Good. Now dress her. Clothing layer.
She is young, has curly hair, and wears a red dress today.
Next is the auditory layer. What does she sound like?
She is young, has curly hair, wears a red dress today, and speaks with a soft voice.
And finally, the behavioral or personality layer. How does she act?
She is young, has curly hair, wears a red dress today, speaks with a soft voice, and always smiles when she talks to others.
Just compare that to, she is nice.
No,
The difference is staggering.
it really is. You're building an avatar in the listener's mind.
Exactly. And speaking of building, let's talk about the phrasal verb build up.
Yes. To build up, that means to increase or develop something step by step, right?
Exactly. Like building a wall brick by brick. In our context, an example sentence would be, notice how we build up the description of the person step by step to create a clear picture.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to push back a little bit here, though.
Uh-oh. Go for it.
This layering technique is great for things we can see. The cup, the room, the person. But what if I want to talk about things I can't see? Like how I'm feeling inside, or a concept.
That is the big hurdle, moving to the internal world. And it's exactly what separates intermediate speakers from advanced ones.
Okay, so how do we bridge that gap?
By using the 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Injecting sensory details makes invisible things feel alive and tangible.
Interesting. Okay, let's practice the 5 senses quickly on a physical object first, just to get the rhythm. Let's use an apple.
Great. Start with sight.
The apple is red.
Now taste.
The apple is red and sweet.
Add smell.
The apple is red, sweet, and has a fresh smell.
Finally, touch.
The apple is red, sweet, has a fresh smell, and feels smooth in my hand.
Perfect. So you see how powerful the senses are. Now let's apply that same rich detail to feelings and emotions.
This is so needed.
Yeah.
Because normally, when you ask a learner, how are you? The automated response is just, I am fine.
It's like a shield. I am fine. Gives no information. It's a dead end. We need to add depth to our internal states.
Right. So instead of just, I'm fine, how should I layer my feelings?
You map it out. Start with physical sensation, add your emotional state, and then your motivation. Like, I am a little tired, but I feel positive, and I am excited to learn new things today.
Wow. I'm a little tired, but I feel positive, and I'm am excited to learn new things today. That invites a real conversation.
Exactly. And you can take it a step further by describing the physical reactions to your emotions.
Oh, like showing, not just telling.
Yes, instead of saying she was angry, you describe her face.
Right, so instead of angry, I could say her eyes were narrow, her lips were tight, and her voice was sharp. You can physically feel the anger in that description.
That is C1 fluency in action. You're painting an emotional picture.
Okay, so we did emotions. But what about totally abstract ideas? Things like freedom, love, or friendship. They have no physical shape at all.
Abstract ideas are the ultimate test. And we approach them the same way we build them up with reasons and emotional results.
Okay, let's take the concept of friendship.
Start basic.
Friendship is important.
Now why? Add the reason.
Friendship is important because it gives us support.
What is the internal feeling of that support?
Friendship is important because it gives us support and makes us feel loved.
Finally, anchor in reality. When does it matter?
Friendship is important because it gives us support, makes us feel loved, helps us through difficult times, and creates wonderful memories.
You just took a totally invisible concept and gave it massive emotional weight.
It's incredibly effective. And hey, I want to highlight the word we just used a few times. Abstract.
Good catch. That's a great C1 vocabulary word.
Yeah, abstract means something existing as a thought or an idea, but not having a physical or concrete existence. You can't touch it.
Right. Our example sentence. Friendship and happiness are abstract ideas, but we can still describe them clearly.
So we can now describe the physical world, our internal feelings, and abstract concepts. What is missing?
Time. Life doesn't stand still. Now that we have these descriptions, we need to learn how to move them through time.
Moving through time. Past, present, and future.
Exactly. And the best place to practice the present tense is your daily routine. It's endless practice material.
That's so true. You do the same things every morning, so you have a predictable framework to practice on.
Let's model a morning routine using layers.
Okay, base layer. I woke up at 7.
Add the physical feeling.
I woke up at 7 and felt a little sleepy.
That in action.
I woke up at 7, felt a little sleepy, and stretched my arms.
Add a visual interaction with the world.
I woke up at 7, felt a little sleepy, stretched my arms, and looked outside at the bright morning sun.
You've turned a boring routine into a really engaging micro-story.
It's almost cinematic. So that's the present. What about the past? Memories.
For memories, the most important tools are time markers.
Time markers, like saying yesterday or 2 days ago or when I was a child.
Right. Without those anchors, the listener gets lost. Time markers organize your stories clearly. Let's layer a childhood memory.
Okay, I'll start with the time marker. When I was a child, I played outside.
Add the social context. With who and when.
When I was a child, I played outside with my neighbors every afternoon.
Now add specific actions and details.
When I was a child, I played outside with my neighbors every afternoon. We loved to run in the fields and climb trees to pick fruits.
See how vividly that paints the past?
It really transfers the memory into the listener's head. Okay, so that leaves the future. And I have to ask, how does describing the future build confidence? Learners are usually terrified of the future tense.
They are, because they worry about grammar like will versus going to. But conceptually, talking about the future gives you freedom. You get to express your hopes and dreams, and psychologically, that is highly motivating.
Because you're talking about things you actually care about.
Exactly. Let's build a future dream.
Base layer. One day I will live by the sea.
Add a sensory routine.
One day I will live by the sea and wake up to the sound of waves.
Add another action.
One day I will live by the sea, wake up to the sound of waves, and drink coffee while watching the sunrise.
It feels good just saying it, right?
It really does. It's so motivating. And we can also use what-if sentences for future practice, right?
Yes, conditional sentences are great low-pressure practice. Like, if I win the lottery, I will buy a big house with a pool.
It's basically imaginary playtime for your brain. Now, we have two phrasal verbs that fit perfectly with time travel.
Look forward to and look back on.
Exactly. Could you explain the difference for our listeners?
Sure. To look forward to means you are anticipating a future event with excitement. To look back on means to think about a past event.
So an example sentence tying them together. I look forward to my future by the sea, and I look back on my childhood memories with joy.
Perfect usage.
But wait, I have a structural question now.
Hit me.
If I have all these layers, the physical, the emotional, the past, the future, how do I connect them? If I just list them, I'm going to sound like a robot reading a grocery list.
That is the exact problem intermediate learners face. To fix it, we need our 3 advanced fluency tools. And the first one is the absolute glue of fluency, linking words.
Linking words. So words like and, but, because, so, when, after, before.
Exactly. Without them, your speech is choppy.
Let me model the robotic, choppy version first. I went to the cafe, I drank coffee, I sat by the window.
It's grammatically correct, but it's painful to listen to. Every period is a hard stop.
Right. So let's apply the glue, the linking words. I went to the cafe where I drank coffee while sitting by the window.
The difference is night and day. It flows beautifully.
It really does. Okay, what is the second advanced fluency tool?
Comparisons.
Comparing things.
Yes. When you compare things, you make your English colorful and poetic. You bypass literal translation and create an image.
Okay, let's take the night sky. The boring version is, the night was dark.
Let's use a comparison instead.
The night was dark, like ink on paper, and the stars looked like tiny diamonds.
Which one do you want to listen to? The second one, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. It's so much more engaging. Which leads us to the third tool, which is basically advanced comparisons. Idioms and metaphors.
This is pure C1 level territory.
Yeah, so a metaphor is when you describe something as if it is something else entirely. It's not literal.
Right. Let's go over some popular ones. How about time is money?
Time is money. That means time is incredibly valuable, so you shouldn't waste it, just like you wouldn't burn your cash.
Exactly. What about a physical one? My heart is a drum.
Oh, I like that. It means you are feeling very nervous or excited, and your heart is beating so loudly and fast that it feels like an instrument in your chest.
Perfect. And one more. The classroom was a jungle.
A jungle. That paints a picture of a place full of wild noise, chaotic energy, maybe kids running everywhere, no rules.
Yes. Using these tools makes your storytelling incredibly vivid.
And vivid is our next vocabulary focus.
It's a great word.
To be vivid means producing powerful feelings or strong, clear images in the mind. It's the opposite of blurry or boring.
So, our example sentence. Using comparisons makes your storytelling much more vivid.
Okay, so we've got the theory, the layers, the linking words, the vivid metaphors, but let's be real.
Okay.
It's one thing to practice this in your bedroom. It's another thing to do it in the real world when the pressure is on.
That is so true. The real world is a high-pressure environment. That's why role-play scenarios are the best preparation.
Let's do some role play right now. Let's take real-life situations and see how layering works. First scenario, the cafe. You're ordering.
A stressed learner might just point and say, I want tea.
Which is not great. It's a little rude, honestly. Let's layer it politely.
Go for it.
I would like a cup of tea, please, with a little sugar. And could you bring me a sandwich?
It's polite, fluid, and gets exactly what you want.
Let's raise the stakes. Scenario 2, the doctor's office. This is terrifying for a lot of people.
Miscommunicating at the doctor is dangerous. You can't just say, I have pain.
Right, you have to be specific. So let's build the layers. I have pain in my head since yesterday.
And what else happens?
And I feel dizzy when I stand up.
I have pain in my head since yesterday, and I feel dizzy when I stand up.
Yeah.
That gives the doctor clear, actionable information.
And this brings up a crucial word for this scenario, symptom.
Yes, symptoms.
A symptom is a physical or mental feature which indicates a condition of disease, like a cough or a headache.
So, an example sentence. Describing your symptoms clearly at the doctor is a crucial real-world skill.
Totally. Okay, one more high-pressure scenario, the job interview.
Oh, the classic trap. Tell me about yourself.
My mind goes blank just hearing that.
Yeah.
People usually just say, I am a student, I like business.
Let's build a C1 professional layer instead.
All right, let me try. I am a student studying business.
What do you enjoy about it?
I'm a student studying business. I enjoy learning about teamwork.
And why are we having this interview in English?
And I am practicing English to improve my communication skills for my future career.
Boom! You sound professional, motivated, and highly fluent.
It takes the panic right out of it.
Hmm.
But what happens when the interview or just a normal conversation becomes a debate? When someone asks, what do you think?
Expressing opinions. Learners tend to just nod and agree because they don't know how to defend their thoughts.
Exactly. So how do we express an opinion strongly?
The rule is always add a reason. Never give a naked opinion.
Let's model it with something easy. Pizza.
Okay, state your opinion.
I like pizza.
No, why?
Well, the reason to it.
I like pizza because it tastes good and makes me happy when I eat it with friends.
It changes a simple preference into a story.
But what about disagreeing? Saying you are wrong is really hard in a second language.
You need a polite disagreement formula. You acknowledge their point, use a linking word like but, and give your layer.
So, like, I understand your point, but I think something else is true because
Exactly. It keeps it respectful but firm. Okay, we have covered so much theory. We have the situations, the structures. Now, how do we actually train our brains every single day to make this automatic?
this is the most important part. The 4 daily fluency drills. You have to train your brain like a muscle.
I am ready. What is drill number 1?
Drill 1 is rapid description. You choose an object and describe it for 1 minute straight without stopping.
1 minute. Wow. Okay, like my hand.
Yes, this is my hand. It has 5 fingers, short nails, soft skin. I use it to write. I use it to wave. Just keep going. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just build momentum.
That sounds intense but really effective. What is drill 2?
Drill 2 is paraphrasing.
Oh, I love paraphrasing. It is a total lifesaver when you forget a word. Let's explain what that means first.
To paraphrase means to say the exact same idea using different words.
So if I forget the word hungry, I don't panic. I just
Yeah.
paraphrase. I am hungry becomes I want something to eat, or I need food because my stomach is empty.
Exactly. You bypass the missing word completely.
Okay, drill 3.
Drill 3 is thinking in English directly. You have to kill the translation habit.
How do you do that during a normal day?
Walk outside and immediately name things in your head before your native language can catch up. Look at a tree, think tray. Look at a car, think red car.
Like putting mental sticky notes on everything in the world. Cloudy sky.
If-
Fast dog.
Yes. If you do this daily, your brain stops translating and just goes directly to English.
And finally, drill 4.
Storytelling under time pressure. Set a timer for 1 minute and force yourself to tell a story, like your morning routine.
Just talk for 60 seconds without stopping.
Without stopping, prioritize flow over perfect grammar. Use your linking words.
That is a phenomenal mental workout. And listeners, if you do these 4 drills daily, your English will transform.
It absolutely will.
Well, this brings us to the end of our deep dive. But, as promised at the beginning, here's your bonus at the end.
I've been waiting for this. The ultimate exercise.
Yes, the Sunday morning mega expansion storytelling exercise. Expert, show us how it's done.
We take one tiny, boring idea and push it to its absolute limit using everything we learned today.
Okay, the tiny idea is, I woke up late.
Let's expand it. Add an action. I woke up late and stretched slowly.
Add visual detail. I woke up late, stretched slowly, and look out the window at the sunlight.
Add an emotion. I woke up late, stretched slowly, looked out the window at the sunlight, and felt relaxed because it's the weekend.
Add linking words and a final scene. I woke up late, stretched slowly, looked out the window at the sunlight, felt relaxed because it's the weekend, and went to the kitchen to cook eggs and toast while listening to my favorite music.
That is a masterpiece of a sentence from just 4 words.
It really is. So here is the bonus challenge for you, the listener. Tonight, take 10 minutes before bed to describe your entire day continuously in English using this exact mega expansion method.
Don't stop. Don't judge your grammar. Just build the layers.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just remember, fluency isn't a race. It's a journey. You don't need big, impossibly difficult words to sound fluent. You just need to comfortably layer the words you already have.
Such a great reminder. And I want to leave you all with a final provocative thought. If you change how you describe the world in English, do you think it might actually change how you see the world?
Oh, that's a deep one. I love that.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Now, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
And we have a question for you.
Yes. Earlier, we talked about metaphors. If someone says, she is a walking library, what does that mean? Write your answers in the comment section.
I can't wait to see the answers for that one.
And one last thing. To show us that you are dedicated to your daily English practice, go to the comment box right now and write, I stay committed.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and enjoy the everyday English flow.
See you next time.